Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session. Our webinar will begin in just a few minutes. While you're waiting, feel free to review our program information at csudh.edu/ccpe/product-management. See you shortly. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's info session. My name is Anissa Barton Thompson, and I'm the social media specialist for the College of Continuing and Professional Education here at California State University, Dominguez Hills, and I'll be your host for this presentation. Feel free to download the CSUDH Product Management Fundamentals Certificate Program Information Kit for details about the program and additional resources covered in this webinar. The address is bit.ly/CSU-DH-PMF-CERT-info kit. Let's take a quick look at our agenda. We'll begin by meeting our certificate faculty, who will introduce you to the program via an overview of benefits, expectations, and course details. Then we'll go over the registration and login information and address your questions in that Q&A session. We'll also have a survey at the end of this webinar, and we'd love to get your feedback so we can make sure that future events are even better. And if you're on social media, please use hashtag CSUDH Continuing Ed or tag us in your socials using @CSUDH Continuing Ed. And now to kick off today's presentation, I'll turn it over to Jillian Zambon, our lead instructor for the program. Professor Z, take it away.
Thank you, Anissa. Hey, everyone. My name is Professor Jillian Zambon. I'm the founder and CEO of Product Management Institute. In partnership with CSUDH, we're really excited to bring you the Product Management Fundamentals Certificate course. I have over 15 years of experience with product and project management across military, healthcare, and pharmaceutical sectors. I hold various certifications in these career focuses, including the Product Management Fundamentals Certificate, Project Management Professional, Certified Scrum Master, and Lean Six Sigma Green Belt. I hold 2 degrees from Norwich University and a doctorate degree from Grand Canyon University. I've led product teams at Dartmouth, Fresenius, Mercy Hospital, and Charles River Labs. I also serve as an adjunct professor at Southern New Hampshire University, Ball State University, Palm Beach State, and Collin College. This course is one that I wish I had when I was the product manager at a medical education company early in my career, as it would have given me the clarity, direction, and confidence that I needed at that time to be successful in the product manager role. Now we're giving this information to you so you can thrive in the product management role, or use this information to transition into a product manager role. Before we jump into the details of this course, first, I'd like to start with a fun poll to gauge your level of product management knowledge. You may not realize it, but product management is happening everywhere around you. Here's a couple examples that you may or may not know about. These questions are just for fun, so don't get discouraged if you don't understand all the words and the options. That's part of what we'll teach you, but just do your best. Question number 1. Which product innovation tactic did McDonald's use to introduce the grimace shape, which led it to viral success? Was it A, data-driven product development, B, a limited time product strategy, C, an AI-powered menu, or D, community-driven innovation? Second question. Why did Colgate's attempt to launch a frozen meal line fail? And yes, I'm talking about Colgate, the toothpaste company. Was it A, poor product market fit, B, packaging issues that led to spoiled products, C, high competition from established frozen food brands, or D, the product was too expensive? Go ahead and take a moment to respond to those two questions. All right, so question number 1, if you answered B, limited time product strategy, you are correct. So McDonald's leveraged a marketing tactic called fear of missing out, or FOMO, by marketing this grimace shake as a short-term, very nostalgia-driven offering. And that created a really viral response. For question number 2, Colgate launching a frozen food line, that correct answer is A. So that was poor product market fit. Consumers associated Colgate with toothpaste and oral hygiene, so it just made it difficult for people to accept Colgate as a food brand, as I'm sure you can imagine. So good job on that, everyone. You guys did a great job. Let's go ahead and move on and talk about what is product management. So Product Management Institute's definition of project management, I know this is a mouthful. It's a user-centric discipline that leverages agile methodology to navigate the entire product lifecycle, making data-driven decisions to create, enhance, and optimize products that meet customer needs and business goals. And no, you don't have to memorize that all right now. The key things you have to take away from that definition is user-centric, agile methodology, product lifecycle, and data-driven. This means that products are developed by keeping the user in mind, using data to justify decisions, and releasing product enhancements in small increments of work. Rather than guess what consumers want, product managers will actually go out and talk to the customers and ask them. They'll use that data to drive priorities rather than guessing what's going well and what isn't. Product management is fun because you're always innovating and creating something new or improving something. And the job market itself for product managers is also thriving. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those trends. The career path for product managers is a really exciting one. Product management is growing at about 30% each year, meaning 30% more jobs are being created for this role year over year. The average starting salary is around $120,000 a year. And on any given day, there's over 110,000 open jobs in the US alone. Additionally, the career growth for this role is excellent. Let's explore that a little further. If you're already in a middle management or even an experienced analyst role, you're likely to come in somewhere between the product manager and the product leader, or even senior product manager roles that you see on this graph. This will put your salary right around that average of $120,000 a year. Unlike some management roles, this one has a really great career path where there's lots of opportunities to move up vertically if that's one of your goals. At the top of the career path for product managers, you could even be sitting at the C-suite level as Chief Product Officer. More and more, companies are relying on the Chief Product Officer to help determine when to add or remove products from their lineup. Let's review a couple examples of pretty well-known products and product managers that brought those products to life. Most of you have probably heard of a little platform called YouTube. Behind the scenes of YouTube was a chief product officer named Neil Mahan. Neil is the chief product officer at YouTube, where he has played a pivotal role in the development and launch of major features like YouTube Premium, YouTube Music, and most recently, YouTube Shorts. His focus also extended to creator monetization, such as Super Chat and memberships, which have helped creators earn money from the platform. The impact of his work has been significant, enhancing user engagement and solidifying YouTube's position as the leading platform for both creators and viewers. The key takeaway from Neil's success is that focusing on the needs of both users and creators is crucial for ensuring product success in competitive markets. Another popular product you might know about is Apple. Behind Apple is a chief design officer named Johnny Ive. Johnny, though not a traditional product officer, was instrumental in designing iconic products like iPhone, iPad, and the MacBook. His emphasis on simplicity, functionality, and aesthetics revolutionized the design of consumer electronics. The impact of his work is evident in how Apple's products become synonymous with innovation and premium design, contributing significantly to the company's huge success. The key takeaway from Johnny's legacy is that a design-led product strategy can greatly elevate a brand position in the market. These product officers had a lot to do with the success of these companies, YouTube and Apple. And they are often the brains behind executing a really great product idea. Although both of these examples are in the tech industry, there are many other industries that are applicable to product management. In fact, it pretty much spans all industries. So, which industries is product management applicable to? Product management is a role that spans across a lot of different industries. This list is a few of the most popular, but chances are most industries have some level of product management. This list is changing rapidly, so make sure you're following employment trends and paying attention to what's happening in these industries. Starting at the top is manufacturing, and this could be manufacturing of anything. It could be windows, it could be parts, tools, you name it. Manufacturing has a heavy emphasis on product management, as does food and beverage, makeup, the tech industry, of course, healthcare, biotech and science. So that's the sciences behind pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals is another great area for product managers. Travel, retail, finance, automotive, and last but not least, education and ed tech. Now that you have an idea as to which industries to start looking at, let's take a closer look at the actual program. We're diving a little bit deeper into the Product Management Fundamentals Certificate program. The course is an 8-week, approximately 32-hour course, so it's on average about 4 hours a week. If you decide to do the optional assignments, it may be a little longer. The topics that are covered in this course will help you master the fundamentals of product management. These topics include product management foundations, product strategy, user-centric design, agile product development, prototyping and testing, data-driven decisions, product launch, and leadership. By the end of the course, you'll be able to implement the foundations of product management, conduct market research and analysis, develop the product strategy, create a user-centric product design, follow the prototype and testing process, follow an agile product development process, create a backlog in sprint planning, conduct data collection and analysis, conduct A/B testing and experimentation, create and measure metrics and KPIs, develop product launch strategies, conduct post-launch analysis, and implement leadership in product management. So, who is this course intended for? This course is perfect for mid-level professionals who are looking to pivot their careers or even advance in your roles. These are some examples of who the course is for. If you're an aspiring product manager, meaning that's a role that you want to step into. Junior product managers who maybe want to advance in your career. Cross-functional team member. So let's say you're someone that's a coder and you don't want to do coding day to day anymore. This is a great way to take a more strategic approach to your work. Entrepreneurs and startup founders. Mid-career professionals seeking transition. Product management enthusiasts. And continuing education students. Product management is such a versatile skill. It would be complementary to anyone looking to step into a leadership role or looking to stand out from others in your industry. If you're currently seeking a job, it's a great way to separate yourself from others that are applying to the same job. Now, let's take a look at how the course will be delivered. This course is available online asynchronously. So that means you don't have to attend class at a set time. You can fit it into your schedule as you need. All of the lectures, assignments, and content are pre-recorded for you and available at your own pace. Generally, the course should take 8 weeks to complete, and the course is scheduled year-round. Each module has a series of videos, usually about 10 to 30 minutes long. There will be optional assignments to keep you engaged and help you take what you're learning and apply it immediately to what you're doing in your work life. Each module has a short quiz, and you can retake it if you don't get 100 on it. At the end of the course, there is an open book final exam. Our goal is not to see if you can memorize information. It's to see if you can actually apply the skills and the knowledge that you learned in the course into your career. For that reason, we've developed a capstone project that comes in the form of a PowerPoint template. That template will walk you through A to Z how to present a product to your leadership team. Ideally, you'll use this capstone project to present to your superiors and help support a request for a pay raise, a promotion, or career advancement. To access the course, it will be available online via the Canvas LMS through CSUDH. Now that we've discussed who the course is meant for, how it will be delivered, and what's covered in the program, let's take a closer look at what each of the modules entail. In Module 1, we're starting with the foundations. So we are going to cover the following topics. An introduction to product management. You'll learn the fundamentals of product management, including key responsibilities of a product manager, how they drive strategy, and their role in delivering successful products. So you don't want to make the Colgate mistake, right? Will help set you up for success. 2 is understanding the product lifecycle. You'll explore the different stages that a product goes through, from an idea to introducing it to the market, to having that product grow, mature, and then eventually decline. This will help you make informed business decisions. 3rd is understanding the product development cycle. You'll gain insights into the structured process of turning an idea into a market-ready product, covering phases like research, prototyping, development, testing, and launch. And last, you'll get an introduction to agile methodologies. You'll discover how agile frameworks like Scrum and Kanban improve collaboration, speed, and adaptability in product development, ensuring that your products align with the customer needs. Now let's take a look at Module 2. In Module 2, we'll cover product strategy. Starting with product vision and goals, you're going to learn how to define a clear vision for your product that aligns with business objectives and customer needs. You'll ensure a strategic direction for development and growth of your product. You'll also learn how to set measurable goals to track progress and drive success. Next, you'll learn how to do competitive analysis and SWOT analysis. You'll learn about evaluating market competitors and industry trends to identify opportunities and threats. You'll use SWOT analysis to assess strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This will help you make more informed strategic decisions. Third is market positioning. You'll learn how do you make your product different from everything else that's out in the marketplace. This is done by identifying its unique value proposition, your target audience, and your competitive advantages. And then you'll also learn prioritization techniques. We'll look at frameworks like Moscow, Rice, and Kano to effectively prioritize product features and initiatives, ensuring that your team is focusing on the most valuable and impactful work. Now let's move to Module 3. In Module 3, we'll look at user-centric design. So you'll learn how to focus on creating products that deliver real value by designing with the end user in mind. You'll learn how to leverage usability principles and feedback to enhance user experience and satisfaction. You'll learn about user research and empathy, so how you gain deep insights into user needs, behaviors, and pain points through different research methods like interviews, surveys, and observation. You'll learn how to build empathy to create solutions that really resonate with your audience. Next is user experience, or UX, design principles. UX design principles focus on creating intuitive, user-friendly, and accessible digital experiences by prioritizing usability, aesthetics, and user needs. We'll wrap up Module 3 with some case studies and examples, so you can reflect on those case studies and apply it to your own experience. Then we'll get into Module 4. In Module 4, we're going to dive a little deeper into agile product development. You'll learn about core values and principles of agile, including flexibility, iterative development, and customer collaboration. You'll explore popular frameworks like Scrum, Kanban, and Lean that helps teams deliver value effectively. Next, we'll talk about applying Agile to product development. You'll discover how does Agile improve product development by promoting adaptability, continuous feedback, and iterative releases. You'll learn how to integrate Agile practices to enhance speed and innovation. Then you'll learn how to collaborate in Agile product teams. You'll start to understand the importance of cross-functional teamwork in an Agile environment. You'll learn how product managers, developers, and designers all work together to deliver high-impact products through effective communication and collaboration. Then we'll dive deeper into Scrum framework and practices. This includes looking at sprints, roles, and ceremonies like stand-ups, sprint planning, and retrospectives. You'll learn how Scrum enables teams to deliver high-quality products in an iterative and effective manner. Once you get through Module 4, you're halfway there. So that brings you into Module 5. In Module 5, you'll learn about an introduction to prototyping and testing. You'll learn the importance of prototyping as a tool for visualizing and testing product ideas quickly. You'll understand how early stage testing helps refine concepts, validate assumptions, and reduce development risks. You'll learn about prototyping tools and techniques. This includes wireframing, low fidelity prototypes, and high fidelity models. Then you'll discover how to choose the right tool for the different stage of the product design. Next, you'll learn how to get user testing and feedback. You'll dive into methods for gathering valuable user feedback through usability testing, surveys, and interviews. You'll learn how to analyze this feedback to make informed design improvements and better meet your user needs. And last, but certainly not least, we'll do an interactive prototyping and design thinking. So you'll understand how being interactive in your prototypes and your design thinking can foster creativity, collaboration, and problem solving. You'll learn how to create prototypes that allow users to engage directly with the design and provide meaningful insights. Next, let's move into Module 6. In Module 6, we'll learn about data-driven decisions. And yes, there is a lot of data, but it's very fun data. So you'll learn how to leverage data to empower product managers to make informed decisions, optimize product strategy, and track success more effectively. You'll understand the importance of data in driving product development and innovation. Then you'll learn how to do the data collection and analysis. You'll discover different methods of collecting data, from user analytics to market research, and learn how to analyze that data to uncover trends, opportunities, and areas for improvement. We'll talk about KPIs and metrics. You'll explore how to define and measure key metrics that align with your product's goals. You'll learn how KPIs help you assess performance, track progress, and make strategic adjustments. Then we'll talk about the data-driven decision-making process. You'll understand how to integrate that data into the decision-making process, using insights from the collected data to prioritize your features, guide the development, and optimize product outcomes. At this point, you're getting really close to the end of the class. So let's take a look at Module 7. In Module 7, the product launch, which I know this is the most fun for a lot of people, you will get an introduction to product launch. So how do you bring a product to market, from planning and positioning all the way to execution? You'll start to understand the key elements that contribute to a successful product launch. Then you'll develop a product launch strategy. This is also called a go-to-market strategy. This will include a framework that shows market research, target audience identification, messaging, channel selection, and ensuring that you're making a strong market entry. Then you'll learn how to execute that product launch. You'll discover how to coordinate cross-functional teams, create buzz and excitement around your product, and ensure a seamless rollout through marketing campaigns, sales enablement, and customer onboarding. Last, we'll do post-launch activities and optimization, because once the product's live, you still have a lot more fun after that. You'll learn how to track product performance, gather user feedback, and iterate based on data. You'll explore strategies for continuous improvement, customer engagement, and how to scale your success. Last but not least, we'll close out the course with Module 8. Module 8 is all about leadership. You will develop the leadership skills necessary to guide product teams, influence decision-making, and align stakeholders around a shared vision. You'll essentially learn how to balance strategic thinking with execution. We'll talk about stakeholder management and communication, and you'll master the art of managing relationships with executives, directors, marketers, and customers. You'll learn how to effectively communicate priorities, expectations, and progress to ensure alignment and support. You'll learn how to drive innovation and change, so exploring strategies for fostering a culture of innovation, staying ahead of market trends, and driving product evolution. You'll learn how to champion change and navigate resistance in dynamic environments. And probably the least fun of all, but is very important, is how to handle customer complaints and negative feedback. You're going to learn how to turn customer complaints into opportunities for growth by learning best practices for addressing concerns, improving user experience, and maintaining brand reputation through effective problem resolution. Once you've completed Module 8, there is a capstone project available to you. It is optional, but highly encouraged, as it will help your career trajectory if you position this correctly. The capstone project is a templated PowerPoint that walks you through start to finish, presenting a new product idea. It's a great tool if you want to ask for a raise, a promotion, or apply for a new job. This capstone project will help you by identifying a real-world application for career growth. You'll take a real-world challenge from your current job and develop a strategic product pitch, demonstrating your skills in innovation, problem solving, and product development. This is perfect for professionals that are aiming for a promotion by showcasing your leadership and your foresight. This project will also help you stand out in job applications. You can use this capstone as a portfolio to impress hiring managers. In other words, when you go to submit your resume, you'll also submit this capstone project as a portfolio just to help you stand out above the rest of the applicants. This will show that you can identify market opportunities, improve existing products, and communicate product vision effectively. These are key skills for landing a new role. If you're an entrepreneur, this capstone project can help you become investor ready. So leverage this pitch deck to go talk to investors or potential business partners. It can serve as a blueprint to refine your product strategy, secure funding, or sell your idea to other companies. Now that we've reviewed the program in detail, including the various modules, topics, exam requirements, and capstone project, let's discuss the benefits of this program. The benefits of this program is that it gives prospective employers confidence that you know the basics of product management and you take the career seriously. It helps put you on the right track for a career path in product management. There is a huge skill set gap for this job across industries, and this will help position you to go out and fill those gaps. Also, the program is a solid foundation for asking for a promotion or a pay increase, especially if you use that capstone project as your portfolio. Also, any educational certificate looks great on your resume. The job market is so competitive right now that having this certificate will put you a step above everyone else that's competing for the same roles. In this course, you'll have the opportunity to meet other industry professionals who are seeking a similar career path. You'll also have the opportunity to work with industry mentors. For individuals who might have PMI or other certifications, you can also earn up to 32 PDUs for this course. Now let's hear what one of our students had to say about the course. Dr. Bill Brantley has been a consultant for over 20 years. He's worked with companies such as the FBI, DoD, and other federal agencies. Let's go ahead and hear what he had to say.
When I signed up for the Product Management Fundamentals certification, I didn't just learn skills, I unlocked my career potential. The course was incredibly hands-on with real-world examples and tools I could apply immediately. I have significantly transformed my consulting practice by using lessons from this course. This program didn't just teach me product management, it transformed my consulting practice. If you're ready to take that next big step, this is where you start. Trust me, it's worth it.
Thank you. Now I'm going to pass things back to Anissa to cover online access and registration details.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Professor Z, for this incredibly insightful information about the program. We're going to come back to Professor Z in just a minute for our Q&A segment. But first, let's take a look at the course delivery and registration details. Almost all of the CSUDH professional development programs are offered in an online format, which means that students are assigned online access through our campus's IT services, and each student will need those login credentials to access our student portal, which is called My CSUDH. This portal includes Canvas, which is our learning management system, and this is where course information is distributed, and Toro Mail, which is our student email system, is also available. These login credentials are consisting of your username, your email account, and your password, and they are issued through our registration office approximately 2 to 3 business days after registration in your first course. Let's talk about registration. So for this program, this takes place directly on our website via our online shopping cart system. The current cost of the program can be found there as well as in our info kit. In order to get registered, the first thing you're going to do is view the schedule on the program's course page, which is csudh.edu/CCPE/product-management. Once you see the course that you're looking for, please add it to your cart. And then there's a little green button that says proceed to checkout. It's the course cart, and that will provide you the access to put in your contact and your payment information. If further instructions are needed or if you need any assistance, please visit our registration process website at csudh.edu/CCPE/registration. We highly recommend that you register early to make sure that there's space in the course and to allow enough time for course details and online access instructions to be distributed. For those looking for financial assistance options to help with funding for the courses, please search online for private loan providers to explore your options and review specific loan or lender details. And please note that this program does not qualify for federal financial aid. Again, we recommend that you register at least 1 week before the course begins. Once you've received your login instructions, you'll be able to easily access the My CSUDH student portal and connect to your class. Please be sure to check both your Toro mail and personal emails frequently and regularly for campus notifications. You'll also want to be sure to test your account access in Canvas and get comfortable with the layout of the course, such as where to find your syllabus, your announcements, your schedules, and the like. And let us know if you're having any difficulty connecting prior to your course's start date. So that brings us to our Q&A segment. So I'm going to start off with the one that is usually on everybody's mind right off the bat. How do you get hired as a product manager if you don't really have full experience? What is your take on that?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So the first thing you want to do is leverage your transferable skills. So there's a lot of different roles, different aspects of product management, such as project management, marketing, business analysis, working with customers, managing stakeholders. It's pretty broad. So what I would recommend is you go through roles that you've had in the past and pull out the things that are still relevant to product management. And then, of course, you can build hands-on experience. So whatever role you're in now, ask if you can do some level of product management or even look for some kind of volunteer work on the side. That's always the great way to get your skills kind of built up as well. And then, of course, you want to learn the fundamentals. So if your plan is to step into a product management role, you want to be able to speak intelligently about the fundamentals of that role. So taking this course is a great first step to get there, and it'll really help you show up confidently to your interviews and in that role if that's the path you're trying to take. So it's a great first step.
Okay. I know that this is something that is a concern for a lot of people, especially given like the shifting job work sphere and everything. What do you see are the opportunities for remote work in a product manager position?
There are a lot of opportunities. I'm not sure exactly what percent are remote work, but this is one of those roles that you will see more often than not, that it is available for remote work. And it's definitely something you can do remotely. You may have overseas teams, and so a lot of people will be virtual actually. And so if you already have that skill set, that's actually another transferable skill you could include. If you have that skill set and the ability to work virtually and with remote teams, this is a great opportunity there as well.
What are some of the typical, you did talk about salary a little bit, but what are the typical salary ranges across some of the different levels of product manager?
Yeah, so great question. I think, when I got out of the military back in 2011, I think my first what we called civilian job was like 60,000. I would say the new 60,000 these days, if you're just getting into this, is probably around 75,000. That's probably the base salary. This, of course, depends on your education, if you have this certificate, if you have any experience. But I would say 75,000 should be very bottom starting point for this role, and then it goes up from there. So I think if you're coming from a mid-management position, whether it's, a senior business analyst where maybe you've oversaw like a couple different analysts, or if you're a project manager, a director, you're looking more at that 120,000 a year and up range, I would say. And don't forget to include bonuses in your compensation negotiations. So when I talk about 120,000 a year, that's what I consider the base salary. When you get to a role like this, you can typically negotiate some kind of a bonus on top of that. So keep that in mind as well as you're looking into these roles.
Excellent, excellent. We actually have a question from one of our online participants. Kavim is asking, is this more of a continuing ed cert for certain students, or can other individuals enter product management roles from a career change from healthcare? That's a great question, Kavim.
That is a good question. So I come from healthcare. So yes, you can definitely enter into this role. It's not just for continuing ed. I think this is a great entry level position as well. So if you're, or you'd like, I don't know what I want to do next in my career, this is a really good role because it's one I would consider a way you can go bunch of different ways. So because you interact with so many different people, it truly is cross-functional. You might start working with a marketing team. You might be the product manager, but you might work with a marketing team and be like, oh, that sounds really fun. Or maybe you work with the developers and you're like, ooh, that sounds really fun. This is a really good role to get exposure to a bunch of different teams. So I would say this course is really good for anyone. It really helps with the foundations of a lot of different jobs that are out there. And it's such a good way to kind of test and see, what do I like to do? Like, what do I really want to do at work? And it's a good way to get exposure.
That brings up a good point because I know a lot of people are coming from other industries when they enter into this. Um, do you do you see some overlap in those positions? A lot of people have a tendency to look at project management and maybe crossing the streams, so to speak, with product management. Can you give me a little bit of a insight into the differences between those kinds of roles
Yeah,
and those two
absolutely.
kinds of roles?
So yeah, that's a really good question. I would say project managers, you're put on a block of work for a couple months, maybe a year, right? So you go on this project, you kind of shepherd people, herd the cats, as some people say, and then you implement the project and it's done, right? And you don't know what happens after that. You might see those people in passing, but you don't really know. With product management, what I like to think of it as, you're like the mini CEO for the product. You really get into it. You understand, what do the users like? You actually get to talk to the people that use the thing you're developing and say, what do you like about this? What do you dislike? And you get to see the whole, like from idea all the way to when it goes live and then continuing to improve that product. So it's more start to finish and it's much more strategy driven. So in this role, your goal is to keep that product and those decisions aligned with the business strategy. Because what'll happen is you'll get users that will say, well, I want the button to be pink, right? Or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, okay, we could spend time changing that, but is this the best use of our time? Does this align with our business strategy? So it's just a lot more strategic. And I think it's fun to take something from an idea all the way to seeing it through to when it's something people can actually see, taste, touch, feel, and you get to experience that whole thing. So hopefully that
Okay.
answers that. Yeah.
And kind of related to this, because we know that you mentioned in one of the modules you cover Scrum and Agile. So what would be the difference between, say, a product manager and a Scrum Master? Or are there similarities and overlaps there as well?
Yeah, that's a great question. So in a Scrum team, there's three different roles. There's a Scrum Master. There's some people call it the product owner, but a lot of people are a little synonymous, product owner and product manager. And then you have your dev team. So there's three roles. Um, so the difference is that the Scrum Master really makes sure those Scrum ceremonies are moving forward. Product manager or product owner is more responsible for bringing the customer's voice to the table. So when your developers are telling you, oh, I want to do it this way, your role as the product manager is to say, no, we can't do it that way. This is what the customers are saying, and this is the data to support it. So one key thing in this role, and I talked about a lot, is that data. Data is so important in making sure you're making good decisions because it's really easy to get caught up in the emotions of things. And so bringing the data forward to your developers and saying, That's a really great idea. I appreciate that. But this is the data. And so that's kind of the difference. So Scrum Master, they really push, they keep the Scrum ceremonies tight and focused and on time. Product Manager brings the customer voice to those Scrum ceremonies.
Excellent. I love hearing that delineation so that people know there's connectedness, but it isn't exactly the same role. Okay. So speaking of more of the product manager, what is the product manager day to day look like? What type of work schedule is usually planned out for a typical product manager? And we know they can't be necessarily the same product to product, but what would that look like on
Yeah, that's a
average?
great question. So it's standard, 9 to 5 business hours, Monday through Friday. Um, some days could be longer, like if you've got a go to market launch or you're launching a new function. This is something I would do personally is make sure I'm connected with my help desk, right? So as the product manager, you'll sometimes know more about the product than the help desk. So what I would do when there's a go-to market and a new launch is I would stick with my help desk and help them answer questions. So sometimes you'll have that influx of work and it'll be a little heavier, but generally it's, standard hours, 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, but you will have that a little bit of peak here and there. Yeah.
Okay. I see some relevant things. It makes us feel sometimes like everybody's got a little bit of product manager in them by having to kind of
Yes.
cross over lanes to make sure that the product gets presented as it needs to be. Okay, so I'm going to switch this back into our course mode. Can you tell us a little bit about, is there homework in addition to the coursework that you're doing or the activities that we're doing online?
Yeah, great question. So there is optional homework. So we made it optional just because I know some people will have more time to devote and some people might have less, but the homework is really intended to actually add value. Like it's not just to keep you busy, it's to
Mm.
take what you learned. It's like a couple of sheets to fill out, but it's really thinking about how can I take what I just learned and start to apply it to my job or apply it to my life, right? And then once you start to get into the course, you're going to start seeing like product management all around you. And then you'll constantly just be thinking about it. So the homework should be fun, it should be light. It's really just to help you quickly implement what you're learning so you don't have to wait until the end of the 8 weeks.
Excellent. And then I'm assuming that as they're going through, those activities are helping to build up towards the capstone for those that are looking to complete that capstone project as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
Are there textbooks that students need to purchase or any other
There
materials?
is no textbook. Nope. So there is an ebook that's included with the course, and that includes all the information from the course and anything that you'll need in terms of the exam or completing the assignments. So everything you need is already in the course, already built into it.
Okay. We have a question. What happens if they have a schedule conflict on the day of a class session? Is there a problem with someone needing to change schedule?
Nope, so that's fine. It's self-paced. So
Ex-
I'm pretty interactive with my students. So I'm flexible. If you feel like you're falling behind, if life happens, I know that. So if you just email me, I do monitor my email. I try to get back in like 24 hours. If it's the weekend, sometimes it's 48, but I try to get right back to you. Just let me know. I fully will support you in getting back on track and keep kind of be your cheerleader to stick to it. So definitely flexible.
Okay. And I know that a lot of folks have questions about, in addition to the benefits, what does the certificate entail? And I will answer that question. We actually offer a print certificate as well as Canvas credentials in the form of digital badging. So those are digital badges that not only convey what the student has learned in the course, but also the skills that are relevant to job and career positions. And those digital badges with those career alignments have already been attached, and you can add those to, say, your LinkedIn profile, your Indeed profile, and share them with potential employers, which is a great way to get an extra boost, an added boost along with that coursework. So we're glad that we have the opportunity to support our students in that regard. I know that people again are asking about the total program cost. That information is going to be on the website in the schedule as well as in our info kit. We want to make sure that you have the latest and greatest information, so we're always keeping our website information up to date. And Dr. Z, Professor Z, is there any final information that you'd like to share or final commentary?
I don't think so. I just want to say thank you all for being here today, and I hope to see you in class. I would love to see you all there.
Excellent, excellent. We look forward to it. So at this point, we know that we've covered a great deal of information regarding the program. But just in case we missed anything, please feel free to reach out to us via email, which is our email address is learn@csudh.edu. And our phone number is available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Phone number is 310-243-2075. And when you're ready to take your next steps and get registered, that self-registration is available on the program's website. The website address again is csudh.edu/ccpe/product-management. And thank you, Jill, once again for all of your hard work in putting this program together and providing this for our students. And we know that they are excited to get started. We'll let you know that this concludes our Product Management Fundamentals Certificate Program information session. And we want to thank you once again for joining us today. Again, feel free to connect with us on our website, on our social media at CSUDH Continuing Ed. We have a Facebook page and LinkedIn groups. And remember to register early to get your spot in your preferred classes. We'd love to get your feedback on today's session, so please let us know how we can improve the quality of the information provided by visiting bit.ly/CSUDH-webinar-feedback. And the survey will also be available as soon as the webinar ends and for those who are connected to us via email. We'll stay in the session for just a few minutes more to give everyone a moment to jot down those last minute notes and download the information kit from the chat panel. The recording for this session will be online shortly on our website as well as on our social media and our YouTube channel. When you're ready to leave, simply click the red leave button in the corner of your screen. Once again, thank you for joining us. Stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you in class. Have a good day, everyone.